How do you like now? Oh,
Boom.
boom,
We're back in your lives after a
boom.
week off. The
We are
Proper MMA
back in your
podcast.
lives.
Back
We
in your lives for another episode. I think it's 12, not too sure.
I think it's 12, yeah. I think
Yeah,
you're right at
man.
12.
Weekend off of fights.
Weekend off of fights, it didn't feel good. How are you feeling?
I missed it for sure. I mean, for me, I had hockey. My first game's
Yeah,
back.
that's fair. That's fair.
So
That's fair.
for
You
me,
had
you know
something
what?
to
Kind of nice.
Yeah, you had something to distract you, and I'm not gonna lie. Saturday, I felt like something was missing, but it was nice to have a weekend off,
It was. I mean,
to have that extra time for research this weekend and
exactly.
kind of lay low on the posts a little bit. It was
Yeah, stay off the gram.
oh yeah, it was needed. It was needed. And for you guys that didn't see already, we transformed our Instagram a little bit, got a
Oh,
new
change the
logo,
logo a little bit.
changed the logo. Anthony sent me the outlines, some ideas, and then Benny took it away for a little edit. And there you
Oh,
are.
let's go.
Boom. How do you like me now?
Boom. Paddy Pimblett. Let's get
Paddy
into it.
Pimblett. Yeah, if you guys
I
don't know what we're
was
quoting.
raving about this guy to you.
Yeah.
The
And I was
full fight
I
week.
was I was still on the fence,
You're on the fence.
and I'm still on the fence.
Come on. Come
Dude, I'm
on.
impressed. I am impressed. Let me say that. I'm
Yes.
impressed. This guy has skills. This guy has talent. This guy has a chin. This guy has the talent, the marketing, personality, everything. This guy has the total
He is the
package.
guy.
We were talking earlier today about how this guy is the first person since Conor McGregor to market himself like this in the UFC.
Absolutely. He's the first person where, there's been buzz around him for a while before coming into the UFC. Because I think now you see with the Contender Series having over 150 fighters in the UFC, you see
Yep.
Tough. You see all these guys on the quick LFA runs that get the call ups, whatnot. You're seeing guys come to the UFC sooner, earlier in their career, and now we're seeing something like Conor McGregor, and it's a beautiful thing because this kid already has the name. I'm sure
He
he
has the
signed
name.
a nice contract. He
If
waited.
you
He waited
guys,
his turn.
yes, he did. He waited his turn. If you
He
guys
waited
don't
his
know,
turn.
his fight nickname is Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
It's unbelievable.
That's an unbelievable marketing name. And his face and his haircut and his personality,
Unreal.
everything matches that marketing name. Everything.
Yeah, like
This guy knows what
yeah,
he's doing.
he's exactly what the company needed. Did you see what Sugar Sean tweeted out?
No, I didn't see what Sean O'Malley tweeted. What did he tweet?
Paddy the Baddy's daddy.
Wow.
Interesting. Meet at 145. I want to see it.
Who do
Yeah.
you have in that fight? Just right off the bat, right now.
I don't know. I don't know if Paddy could make 145 anymore because you can see how much he transformed his body.
Dude,
Like how good did he look?
he looked big in the
He looked
octagon.
big,
He
man.
looked but he was at
He
least
looked
he
good.
gained at least 12 pounds. At least.
You're shooting way under here.
No, I said at least, like that's minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking
That
maybe 20. He put on a lot. He looked
he looked
good.
he looked very good.
He looked
Against the
very
Sean
good.
O'Malley, though, I still think he ends up on the short end of the stick.
I think the only thing Sean O'Malley will fall to is a good grappler.
Yeah.
Paddy has the grappling. I would take Paddy all day. I don't know if Paddy's chin could handle 145
I need
anymore
to see his
because of his
entries.
frame.
I need to see his entries, and I know he just blitzed his last opponent, but he did get caught.
He
Did get
did.
caught. He
Hey,
took it on the chin like it was nothing.
Scoozers, they don't get knocked
Losers
out.
don't get knocked out. But yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
beautiful.
okay, I will tell you the one thing that still makes me iffy about Paddy the Baddy is, dude, his striking defense. Like
Yeah.
this guy's chin is in the air. It is in the air, but yes, he can take shots, but that is also not going to last forever, and it's not going to work against everyone that he's going to fight. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
if he can properly defend some striking, get his defense striking up and work on it a little bit,
I
dude,
agree. I
this guy
agree.
is a problem.
I agree. But you think with that first fight experience. I'm sure he learned a lot
That's what
coming in.
I was about to just touch on that. Like I think that's just experience.
Yeah.
I think that's
Sky's the limit for this kid, man.
yeah, I
Sky
think that's
really is
Dana
the limit.
White. And I would love to see a guy like him take the same path as the guy who
That's
called him
Sean.
out, Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
I would love to see him take
That
the same
slow
path.
burn.
Fight some cans. Fight some
Yeah. I
cans. You got how old is that guy, Paddy the Baddy? He's like,
think he's 30 now.
yeah. So he's still got time. Still got lots of time.
Yeah. Two years to build him up and then
Oh yeah. If you
give
guys
him
don't
some
know, the MMA
contenders.
prime is like
33.
30 to 34. That's what I was gonna say, the
Yeah.
range.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not in the 20s. It's not.
No. So
People in
for
their late
yeah.
20s are still considered kind of young for the game to be
Yes.
professionals. 100%.
Absolutely. It's an older man's sport. There's no
It
doubt.
is. It is.
Unless
And
you
you have a
unless
very
you come in early,
yeah,
right?
unless
And
you're an
you've been doing
absolute
it.
athlete or specimen.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a while. I mean, John Jones is a perfect example of a guy that comes in early and didn't really have a crazy, crazy background like a lot of these other guys do. But for me, Paddy, I want to see him fight Julian Erosa. Both on the
Yes.
same card, both got wins. Obviously, Erosa was earlier on the card,
That's a
not as
dude.
big of a name, but they did fight before in Cage Warriors. Paddy Pimblett took that one,
Yeah.
but now it's a different game. Erosa's a
They're both
champ,
riding wins. They're both couple years older, couple years more
older.
experience.
Exactly. So that for me is the next fight I want to see
I love that
made. I
matchup.
think it's a good one. I think it's a good one. But we move on. Darren Till, main event. I told you, man, this was a must win for him.
Dude,
He
we talked.
needed,
Okay,
he
so
needed, like we talked about this.
we
He
talked about
needed
this on
this.
a previous podcast, and we even titled it "What We're Gonna Do" in the first minute of
Yeah.
Hill versus Brunson, and we did exactly what we said.
We
We
put
were
it on
gonna
Brunson,
watch.
man.
We were gonna watch the first minute and a half, see if Till was um, touching Brunson on the feet, and
Yeah.
if he was, then we were gonna put it on Till. And if we saw Brunson take him down and get on top in the first minute and a half, it was going on Brunson. What happened?
Went on Brunson. We
So
didn't we
much.
didn't catch him on the most appealing odds, is what
No, I think we caught him at a 150, 140.
150, I think it was.
Yeah.
Not great, but we'll take it because we just saw where
It
like
was a
Till
live bet.
looks he looked out of shape. Bisping brought it up, torn ACL possible.
Yeah. Can we talk about
Coming
how
in.
both of those guys went into the that fight with injuries?
What was Brunson's?
They both had injuries. I'm not sure what the injury was. I remember reading
I
about
didn't
it,
hear
but it was
anything
a
about
week.
Brunson.
It was like a week and a half ago now. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we're
I
talking
don't remember
about
what it was. It might have been a dislocated elbow or something like that. I think it was upper body, shoulder or
yeah,
elbow. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But they were
yeah.
both going into that fight with injuries, and Till definitely looked like he had an injury in the past 2 weeks. By the way, he looked on the scale.
I think a lot longer, man. He looked like
He
garbage.
looked like yes,
A
he looked
milk
like
bag.
absolute ass.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy had
Threw some hands, but he got beat up, and that's
he
the
threw
thing,
some
man.
hands, and when he did connect on the feet with Brunson, Brunson didn't like it, which
No.
that's why we knew this was the perfect live bet to do. I mean, if nothing
Yeah.
happened in the first, then we probably get stuffed on some odds in the second because they're going to be changed so much. But luckily, Brunson was able to take him down in the first minute and a half, control him on the ground, like batter him on the ground too.
Oh, he blew him up, man. It was
Till Till showed no urgency or skill or plan to get up like at all, like nothing.
nothing. Nothing at all.
So
He didn't impress me at all.
no, he didn't
Tough
impress
one
me at
for
all.
Till.
But and then you have Charles Oliveira, the champ at 150,
5.
155. Sorry.
There we go.
And then you have him tweeting out, it's like, dude, that's how I started out. That was my record. And now I'm champ. So don't give up on yourself. I think for all these,
Here's the thing.
yeah,
Here's the thing for me. Till, you were supposed to be the guy. You came into the UFC undefeated. You've been starched. You're 1-4 now.
yep. He hasn't shown a ground game, man.
He hasn't shown a ground game. 185 has not been successful. You
No.
scraped by Gaslam. You got starched by Whitaker. You got starched by Brunson now. There's another guy in there I'm forgetting. It's not looking pretty.
No,
I think he's got to figure out his nutrition, man. He's got to get a nutritionist.
he's got to get in shape.
Got to get in shape. He's got
Yeah,
to stay healthy. And I know that's a hard thing to do, but he's got some
he's got
reflecting to
some
do at a
serious
high
work to
level.
do.
I
He's
think he's a
got.
great fighter.
I think he's a great fighter on the feet, one of the best strikers in the game. But
Yeah.
this
He's
is
got to
what the
take a
UFC.
step back like Anthony Smith did, recoup,
Yes,
beat some
but
guys he's supposed to beat.
this is what the UFC is about. It's mixed martial arts. It's not
Yes.
kickboxing. It's not striking. It's everything. So you can be good at striking, but we often see matches that striker versus wrestler. And I'm gonna say 80% of the time the wrestler wins. Because that's just how the sport is. You're able to hold your opponent. You're able to actually find a way inside. And once you do find a way inside, it's your opponent doesn't really know how to get you off.
Yeah, I mean it definitely helps when you got good grappling, but um
But I mean, Brunson did not like getting hit from Till, like at all.
moving to Charles Oliveira, I like that you touched on him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He released a quote. I don't know where this was. I don't know if he was speaking or whatever. Tweeted it out. He goes, "I would submit Poirier. He is one of the most dangerous guys in the lightweight division. Always walks forward, but I think I'm at a different level, both in striking and also on the ground." How do you feel about that? Because you know I have very, very strong opinions towards this fight.
Wait, Oliveira stated that Poirier has equivalent ground game to him.
No, basically what he said. He was more, he's one of the most dangerous guys at lightweight, always walking forward, but I think I'm at a different level, both in striking and also on the ground. So Oliveira is stating that he's better on the ground and on the feet against Poirier.
Hmm, that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one because I know Poirier's boxing is on another level, but Oliveira's hands against Chandler for me, like,
Showed a lot.
dude, this guy is making improvements every time he steps in the octagon.
Yeah.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know who I realized that with at the start of the year?
Who's that?
Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman makes himself better as a fighter, like just
Every time he
well
steps in
rounded.
there.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time he steps in that cage, I see a better version. And that is what I'm seeing with Charles Oliveira. So when he says that, like, I can definitely believe why he believes that personally. Um,
Absolutely.
but for my sake, I think it's, dude, I think the striking is very, very close, closer than most people think.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot closer than most people think. I think on Poirier can get caught in like I can almost guarantee you we're gonna see a guillotine attempt by Charles.
Oh, absolutely.
What 100% a guillotine attempt. I think it's going to be a lot of rolling, and I personally believe that Charles Oliveira will pull off an underdog belt retention fight. Like
Is he the underdog?
yeah,
He's the
he is
underdog?
the underdog. Yes, sir.
Wow.
The champ is the underdog. The
I think I'll be
people's
riding with the
champ.
underdog in that fight.
There's no doubt.
Dude, I think he catches Poirier either in a
I think he stuns him.
triangle or rear naked choke.
Yeah.
I think
Early
Poirier
early takes by Ben Mitchell.
yes, early
Here we
takes.
go.
Early takes.
Proper MMA podcast. Early takes. Ben Mitchell's taking
Charles Oliveira by submission inside
I
the
love
distance.
I love it, man.
I love it. I do not think that fight is going the distance.
No.
If you're looking for another pick early on and you're listening, inside the distance is a yes. Sorry, I was gonna say no. Will the fight go the distance?
Is a yes.
Is a no.
100%.
Yes.
So the odds just came out. Well, not just came out, I guess. I just saw them. Rose and Wei Lee.
Okay,
Rose.
can we talk about why this fight is happening again so soon? Like right immediately.
You know it upsets me because
You know what upsets
Carla
me?
Espizera deserves this shot.
Yes, absolutely. Is she gonna sell the most amount of pay and make Dana White the most amount of money? No. But did she deserve it? Yes. But that's all Dana White cares about is money for himself. Oh, we have a choking Anthony. Hold on. We
Oh
have,
man, you know when you swallow your water?
yeah, I do. Put
Oh,
it down the
that
wrong
is one of
pipe.
the worst feelings. Oh
Down the wrong
man.
pipe. But Esparza definitely earned the shot.
Yes.
It made us frustrated that this fight was announced right after Rose just had a clean head kick, basically knockout. I'm gonna say knockout.
Yeah, it was a knockout. I mean, probably it was called KO, but she was out cold. My issue is it was fast. It was a no-brainer. There was no questions asked. She got finished. She didn't think she did because she was so concussed or she was so out of it, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why, I mean, in my personal opinion, what should have happened, and if you guys, as listeners, go back a couple episodes, we said this from the beginning. You put Wei Li against Ioana. She hasn't fought in a while. Get her on the same card, and you put Esparza and Rose
and
on the same
Rose on the
card.
same card.
I don't know if it would have worked out with
Co-main and
management,
main.
whatever, but like you figure that out. And for me, the odds are, I guess, representative. I still think Rose, should be maybe a little bit more of a favorite. She's at a minus 140 to Wei Li's plus 110. Understandable, but
Understandable.
I'm riding with Rose in this one. I locked her as an underdog. I'm gonna lock her as a favorite, man. I just
Yeah.
do not like the matchup for Wei Li.
No, you are big fans of Rose, and that's the other thing I was about to say with Usman and Oliveira. That's a girl that has literally come from bottom to top. Like, I don't know if you guys know her history, but she was not successful in MMA when she started. Um, I think even in she was on the Contender Series. Am I wrong?
Tough and
Tough.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what it
a
was, and
contract.
she didn't make it.
I thought she got a contract out of there. I can't remember,
I don't know. We might be
honestly.
wrong, but that was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Either
She
way,
lost her belt.
either way, Rose was not successful when she started, and she's built up herself. She lost her belt, and
Now it's
now she's
back, man.
regained it, and that's the kind of champ that I would ride with 100%. Like,
100%.
yeah, even last fight against Wei Li, I had Wei Li in that fight. I was leaning towards Wei Li because I just thought she was so just technically sound, like just so straight, just so compact with
Yeah,
everything. But Rose is just that's what I'm saying. She just gets better every time she gets in that octagon.
she does, man.
Yeah,
And I think it's partially the way Lee Ioana fight took so much out of her.
agreed.
Like I think
You
that
see
fight was
fights like
just
that.
it
You see
takes,
fight.
yeah. Like you take a part of your opponent with you after the fight. And I think,
Yep.
I think Ioana took a lot of away
Yep.
Lee from
Yep.
that fight.
Yep.
I
When you
think
see
that
fight of
that
the
plays a
nights like
role in
that,
it too.
when you see fight of the nights like that, it's just like that is at least a 6 month recovery. That like physical recovery, never mind mental. Like
Yeah,
mental, it's longer. Like
way
I was in an
longer.
absolute war the last time I stepped in this octagon, and probably don't want to go through that again. Like
Yeah.
that's that's a thought process. I'm not a fighter. I don't know what happens when you step in that octagon. Never experienced it, but
Yeah.
as a good guess, you wouldn't want to have an absolute war like that again.
No, I
Take
don't think any
so
any
much
fighter really
damage.
wishes for a war, and it's the damage you take, and it's over time. It builds
Yeah.
up, and
Well,
you
who do
know,
we see that with?
a
Who's
lot of guys.
no, who's currently not reachable from the UFC apparently.
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson against Justin Gaethje. Tony Ferguson was El
Yeah.
Kukui, blades and shades before he fought Justin Gaethje. Then once he fought him, took just the most amount of damage he's ever took in his career,
Yeah, and
and
it's a different guy.
Lost Oliveira, and then just went downhill from there. And no one, from according to Dan Hooker, no one
Yeah.
can get a hold of him for 3 or 4 months now in the UFC. He's just
Yeah.
gone.
I don't know what is going on there, man. I really don't.
I don't either, but
It's not. not what we want to see, but
No, we'll
we're
definitely see him
all
fight
over the
again. But
place here. We're all over the back to Brunson, baby. Derek Brunson. What do we do with the blonde Brunson?
hey, Blonde Brunson is on a tear, but I still
Yes.
see holes in his striking game.
Yes.
His takedown game and ground game and control time is special. I'm not gonna lie to you. If like that's why I will never bet against Brunson again. It's just
We've
like,
taken Brunson in his last two fights, though.
yeah, we have live
Seen
bets actually.
live bets, and man, like it's paid off. And
Yeah.
we were guys where we were harping on Brunson for being a stepping stone
Yes.
back in the day. And it's so nice to see guys like that turn it around
Turn
and
it
go,
around.
hey, guys,
Yes.
no, I'm not that guy. I'm
Yes.
not. I'm a contender. There's
Absolutely.
a reason why there's this number beside my name, and there's a reason why I got a target on my back. He's moving up. For me, I want to see him against Cannonier. I don't think he should wait because we do not know when the Whitaker Izzy fight's happening. We know it's locked. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
Brunson
happen,
ain't
but I'm
flipping it.
saying like December, January. I don't think it happens earlier. Maybe late November.
No, I don't. It's no chance it's happening. That they're booked. They are booked. It's either December, January, or
That's
early next year.
that's what I'm thinking. I can see it being like an early New Year special or a
Yeah,
Christmas kind of special, you know?
one of those.
Yeah, one
So
of those like
hopefully we can catch that together. That would be deadly.
that would be deadly, dude. Dude, because we haven't watched fights in a long time side by side, and this was the first night for Contender Series
Yeah,
on Tuesday. That Dana White has Contender Series this week on Tuesday, and we actually put together a Zoom call and sat down and just watched the fights together.
it was nice. Weeds got in there.
We didn't get
It
in
was
there. We
good.
said screw it, send him an invite like halfway through, 3 or 4 fights in. Watch the parlay cash.
Watched our money cash out. Jack Della gets it done. Albert
Albert Duraev.
Duraev.
Duraev. Yeah, something.
Duraev. Great parlay out of 2-2-2. I
Great
mean,
parlay, free parlay for everyone
yeah.
that's on Instagram. Hope you took it. Sucks to be sitting on the sidelines.
Wink,
But
wink.
wink, wink. Um,
Subtle.
but yeah, I mean, another win for the team. We kind of bounced back after last weekend for Contender Series. We lost our parlay that we sent out via due to a split decision. So I mean, that's as close as you can lose a fight, really.
Yeah.
And we thought we
I
won
thought,
that fight. So
what do you mean? I thought we cashed out.
mm-mm. Remember our first we lost split decision, and then our second leg knocked out the
Oh,
first
that's
guy in under
right.
30
That's
seconds.
right.
Yeah, we were
Last
pissed.
weekend messed up our perfect record for Dana White.
Yeah,
That I
yeah. Not even
totally
last.
forgot about that.
It was last Tuesday, a week from
Yeah, it was last Tuesday. That's right.
yeah. And then we made it up for the weekend. We sent out a parlay for the what was it? Holyfield and Belfort.
Yeah, Holyfield,
Belfort
but that
boxing
that
match.
fight never should have happened, guys.
No, no.
That was bad,
It
man.
was a, I want you guys to understand this. Like this, that fight was strictly for money. Like for both of those guys.
It was
They are not
embarrassing.
they are not trying to make a boxing career out of this. Like at
Vitor,
all.
hey, Vitor's an undomesticated animal, all right? That guy, I'm sure he loves to fight and he wanted to get in there. Evander Holyfield, you're 60 years old.
Dude, he's 59.
I know. Come
Like,
on.
what are we doing?
Come on now.
Like, yeah,
Like,
you look like you're in great shape, but at 59, you can't take a shot.
hey, your body
No,
might look good. His head did not look good. If you
no.
watched him hitting pads, it was not good. If you listened to him speak, it was really not good. And it's scary. It's like why is this guy resorting, to getting
It
back in
is.
the ring? Like
It
there's
just
got to be a
shows how
spot. Like there's got to be a spot somewhere else other than in the gloves of these guys. It's getting bad, and
I
I'm
know.
happy I didn't see the Mike Tyson versus Holyfield because it would have been worse.
Oh, dude. If that was Mike Tyson in there, come on.
Yeah, and we're not
I would have
talking about
been
glorified sparring match. Like this was a real
this
fight.
was a real boxing match. Like real.
Yeah,
12-ounce gloves, 8 rounds. Like you think what 59-year-old is going 8 rounds? Like, there's just, I don't know. Like, against an absolute animal like Belfort, like, yeah, he's old too, but he's still like low 40s compared to a 59-year-old. Like,
Yeah,
that's a huge difference in age. Like, your body age is like 40 to 60. Come on.
I know, dude. I know it was a scary sight, not something we like to see, but
No, but the parlay
hey,
hit. And how about Anderson Silva knocking out Tito? Tito
call me
Ortiz.
crazy, man. That hey, suspect,
Uh, I know.
suspect,
I know.
suspect
I
to say
saw
the
it live.
least.
I saw it live and I was like, wait, I literally said, wait, what happened? Like I was confused because I didn't see the and Silva's I think it was a right hook. He came
Yeah,
across and it hit him like this part of like like flat on the face. But like
yeah, and he's saying it was the
that
weight
was
cut. You missed weight, bud,
bro, you missed. Yeah, so I was gonna say you missed weight
by
by
10 pounds, bud.
yeah. You were 200 pounds on the scale. You didn't care about the weight cut, clearly.
You didn't care about it. You looked thick.
He looked
Dude,
thick.
I think it was a quick money thing.
You think it was staged?
I'm not. I don't think it was staged, but I think it could have been like, hey, Tito's like, hey, short notice, make some cash, and just get hit and go out, like,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't care. Like, I don't box. I'm not known for boxing. Like, I'm known for the Tito
My
Ortiz and the
UFC career.
UFC
Yeah.
career. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, if I lose to Anderson Silva in a boxing match by a weird whatever, I
Yeah.
go out quick, get a payday. Like, that is my logical thought. I don't think Anderson had anything to do with it. I don't want to take away from Anderson. You're a gangster, Anderson. We know this.
Yeah.
You just beat Julio Suarez Jr. or whatever that guy's name was. That was a
Yeah.
real boxer, and he
It was
smashed him.
he
So
smashed him. Yeah.
for me, that's the only thing. Like,
But that's just where this world is headed for me. It's just kind of scary to see like that's like that people are willing to go and do that because they know that's how much money is on the other side of the like on the other line right there. Like they know if they sign that dotted line, it's an easy automatic 2 mil. Like
yeah, I don't know how much he made, but
Holyfield and Belfort both took home like I think it was 2.5.
okay.
So I mean, like you're gonna tell me that you personally and everyone listening, like you wouldn't if it was short notice and you weren't
Yeah.
really down to fight. Again, missed weight by 10 pounds, probably not that in it. That's a classic just motive that we see from fighters. If they're missing
Yeah.
weight, it means they're not in it. Like they're
Yeah.
not in it to compete.
Just wasn't
And
impressive, man.
oh, absolutely. I'm not taking no credit away from him. He's an absolute monster, but
Yeah.
you're telling me that that amount of money is on the other side of the line. It's not tempting or a thought
I
to
know.
kind of yeah, you know where I'm going with this, but to kind
Yeah.
of
It
make that
was,
decision
you know
and
what,
have that
man? I don't know
conversation with
what,
Silva.
yeah. I don't know what Triller's trying to do with all these, though. Like,
I don't either. I
I
don't
don't,
really either.
I don't get it. I mean,
Like
I
what is
get,
their name gonna be that they host like X X champion or like retired fighter boxing matches? Like I don't know.
I don't know what they're going to be known for. I don't know what they're going for. I hope they're doing well. I'm not, knocking on them. I like all these different events that we get to watch. I'm not
Oh yeah.
complaining,
Yeah.
but not too sure where they're going with this. I don't know what the next, I think like they're trying to get Juicy Vitor to fight uh Jake Paul or Logan, one of the two.
Dude, Logan
Um
Paul want or not Logan Paul. Jake Paul wants
Masvidal.
Masvidal.
Not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, dude. He's still part of the
Anyways.
UFC.
Yeah, anyways. Next. Next.
Yeah, I don't want to
Um,
talk about that guy.
yeah. Hey, all the power to him. Not a fan. Don't dislike him, don't love him, but
I dislike him.
yeah, he's always, you know what? His name, is in our mouth quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
His
Jake
name is in
Paul,
everyone's mouth. That's what the
like he's
best
doing
thing
the
he
right
has.
thing, man, and all the power to him because he jumped in the deep end.
Yep.
He's fighting. He doesn't need to,
Nope.
you know.
Hey, give you credit to anyone who steps in the ring. Anyone.
Hey, let's talk about an that doesn't need to fight.
Talk
Machine Gun
about
Kelly.
and Conor McGregor
What was that about?
that just happened today. I don't really know. Do
I don't
you
know if that.
do
I
you
think it
know,
was last night, maybe.
do you know what happened like for sure? Because I just heard
I've heard a
I've heard a
few
couple
different
things, but I
things.
don't know what's right.
I don't know what's right. I'm not going to speak on it. I've heard that Connor wanted to take a picture. I've heard that Connor didn't want to take a picture.
I've heard it's about a picture.
So yeah, there's a who really knows? They
Yeah.
got beef. What are we doing? Like Connor, like just
Conor
bad
McGregor,
looks, man. Like what
bad,
are we
very
doing?
bad looks, but again, like we talked about Paddy the Baddy, he's the perfect marketer for himself. And I think that's what Conor McGregor's trying to do after his loss against Dustin Poirier. I
Yeah,
thought about this today.
look,
He wants to get his name back out there. He
he's
does.
doing
Like,
all the wrong things, man. He clearly FaceTimed Deontay Wilder and said, "Hey, what do I do when I lose?" Not that guy. Not
not
that one.
that, no,
Not
no,
that one.
that's not the way to do it, but he's still getting his name put out in
I
articles and
and
videos and online. And I think that's his goal.
yeah,
I think he's truly addicted to that. Like he
yeah,
needs
man.
he
It's
needs
sad
people. It is sad because like I feel like he needs people
to know what he's doing
to know, yeah, exactly, to know what he's doing.
and
Um,
always, be relevant. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know
it's a
what
weird
to
one.
make of that whole. I don't know what like what are we doing at the
Why?
what are we doing there? First of
Yeah.
all, I guess he was an announcer or something, but like you're beefing MGK for like I just didn't see the point. Like
No, I didn't either.
professional fighter, like what you're gonna beat this guy up. And
Yeah,
people are making jokes. There's odds coming out. Machine Gun Kelly plus 2,000.
bro. Why? Why would you even waste your time?
I know. I don't get it, but yeah, I don't know, man. With this week off, we've had a lot of time to look at this coming card.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Anthony
a
Smith versus
Ryan
Superman
Span.
Span.
Yes. Smith
Yep.
versus Span. That is a matchup we like overall. We like that matchup.
I like it.
Span
I
is
think it's a good one.
Yeah, Span is kind of on a heater. Anthony Smith has had his ups and downs in the UFC. He's currently on an up. He's currently on the roller
Yep.
coaster on the way up. He's on his way back. Just defeated Jimmy Crute in the previous fight. If you haven't seen that, he threw a low kick and messed up Jimmy Crute's knee. I'm not sure what he messed up in his
I think it was
knee,
a ligament or
a
something, but
ligament or a
it was a
nerve
nasty kick.
it was
Like
a nasty kick,
Anthony
and
Smith looked
Jimmy Crute couldn't even
unbelievable
walk
too
on it. Yes,
with the
yes.
jab.
And
Looked great.
we are both big on Anthony Smith. We both love him. Think he's a gangster. Think he's an awesome guy with a
Dude.
warm heart. And Ryan Spann is a complete opposite, to be honest. This guy's been talking shit all week.
Yeah.
And Anthony Smith just basically said, like, just shrug it off. Like this guy,
He's trying to be that guy, and it's like you're not that guy.
you want to know what I heard him say? I watched his last fight today against Jacoby. And he said to his cornerman, he asked his cornerman, did I win that round?
Yeah.
Cornerman said, I'm not sure. It was a close round. And do you want to know what his response was? His response was, no, I won that round. And then his cornerman said, well, that's great how you see it, but that might not be how the judges see it. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I won that round. It's like, see, it's that kind of attitude that will lose you fights, and I'm not big on.
Yeah, I'm not a I mean, I think he's a good fighter,
I think he's a
but
good
I just
fighter. He's
think
got a
Anthony
massive
Smith is at a
frame.
different level.
Yes,
And I
there's
think we're
levels
gonna
to
see
this
that on
game.
Saturday.
There's levels to this game. We've talked about this.
There's levels. Levels.
There is levels, and I don't think Span is on his level yet. I think he could be. I think
Maybe.
I think this is a classic UFC kind of push him up the rankings, and if this guy can miracle by miracle by miracle, then we'll give him a shot at the title. But this guy's gonna have to pull off some stupid fights, a couple stupid
Yeah.
fights in a row to get that shot. And I think that's what they're doing with him. And he's, like I said, he's got that kind of attitude and personality to kind of just accept stupid fights. He's like, all right, I'll beat whoever. It's not a Sean O'Malley attitude where, you know what, I'm gonna get it's not a smart attitude. Let's say that.
I agree.
I mean, Sean O'Malley sits back and says, I get paid the same amount if I fight cans or if I fight top five fighters. Why would I go and fight top five fighters right now? I'm young. I need the experience. He goes, why make my career short? He goes, so many
Yeah,
people
fair
make
enough.
that mistakes, and I think Ryan Spann could fall in that category. But we'll see this weekend. I mean, it's going to be a good fight. Um, I think
Yeah,
we
it's
both
definitely gonna be
have.
a
I think
hell
we
of a
both
fight.
have Smith winning probably
Absolutely.
70 to 75% of the time. Um,
I'd say. I'd say
we
Smith, yeah.
Spann's only
75.
only path to victory is he's got to hurt him on the feet. He's got to hurt Smith. Like,
Gotta hurt him.
I mean,
He's gotta figure out
Smith,
the problem that Anthony Smith is, because
Smith,
he is a
yes,
problem when he's in there. He's a puzzle. You
yes.
know,
He has good
we're not
kicks.
we're
He's
not
got good
playing no
strikes.
checkers no more. We're
Got
playing
great
chess boy.
submissions.
Yes.
He is a
I'm all
true
rounded.
MMA fighter. Like he is a mixed martial artist. Like he is good on the ground. He has good kicks. He has good hands, good head movement, good cardio. Been through the ringer. Lost teeth during his fight. Told his corner, and it's just like, well, put the mouth guard back in, and this will be over in 5 more minutes. So I mean, this guy's a dog.
This guy's a dog, and you can bet we're riding with him. So
Absolutely,
again, before we wrap this up, if you've made it this far and you can guess one of three, all it is, guess one of three of our proper locks. We'll give you a free card.
absolutely. DM us.
Um,
Shoot us
we're gonna
one
be doing
name,
that.
one
Yeah,
name, or
one.
even
Just shoot us one name. If you're right, boom,
yeah. It's
free
gonna be a
card.
favorite. It's not gonna be an underdog. So
No, you guys know how this works, but
yeah,
yeah, man, that's all I got for this. For
that's
this
all I got for
one.
this. We're coming off a fresh, nice win off this off tonight. Dana Contender Series on
Yes,
the
sir.
is on the
Looking to roll
story.
into the weekend.
Good rolling. Stay positive into the weekend. Had a low voice crack there, but that's all right. How do you
Love
like
that.
me now? Boom. Gonna finish it the way we started it.
Yes, I love
And
it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and see you back here next week.
absolutely. Peace, boys.